ways in which HR functions could help drive some decisions in any company. The first one is to really understand how they generate value in the organization. This will really help them to reallocate resources to activities of higher value and in many cases stop some of the less value added operation. An example of this is I believe that they should be driving more of a workforce planning versus just focusing on fulfilling the job descriptions that are being asked to complete. The second one is not losing sight of the long-term goals of the organization. This is critical because I believe that HR should be spending most of their time in building and enabling that long term. Doing this through being the stewards of the company's culture and by being the stewards of the company's organizational health, both of which are tremendous and long-term initiatives that are going to last multiple years. The third way is through focusing on forming internal partnerships versus just supporting relationships. This will mean that HR really understand the value that they bring to the table and they're delivering on a consistent basis. This will require that they have strong business acumen and they have the strong ability to diagnose business problems. For example, is when you're being a partner, you need to feel comfortable saying no to someone versus just simply executing on the requests that you're receiving on a regular basis. The fourth way is through leveraging people, data, and analytics. Yes, the need for information today is more relevant than ever. But it's also important to find not only perceptual data, which is normally collected through surveys, focus groups. This also needs to be combined with empirical data, things that you can observe and measure on ways of day-to-day operation. For example, meeting effectiveness, how much time is spent in meetings, who is attending the meetings, and so on. And lastly, HR groups should be challenging the status quo. I'm a strong believer that the human capital function has a strategic advantage over other functions because they are really involved in every aspect of a company. Therefore, they have a front row seat to identifying the areas in which new thinking is required. And more importantly, many of them also own the tools in order to inject that new thinking. For example, they own the leadership development programs. That is the way and the tool in which you can inject new thinking in an organization and challenge the status quo.